Welcome back. You remember yesterday we covered the story of local councillor's wife, Lucy Connolly. She's 41 years old. She's never been in trouble before in her life. She's a family woman. During the post-Southport riots, the riots in the summer, there's Lucy there. I mean, I'm not condoning what she did. She posted some very silly things on social media, calling for migrant hotels to be burnt, mass deportation now, everyone out, that kind of thing. Feelings were running high. And no one condones that. But to my mind, I just think she needed a serious talk to something from a copper. I mean, look, don't do that again. And instead, in two-tier Keir's tyrannical Britain, she's got 31 months, best part of 3 years behind bars. Now, she will now be in jail beginning this sentence. And, a middle-class woman, never been in trouble with the law before in her life, will be plunged into a world that she does not understand, to say the least. So I thought we might talk to a woman who knows about being in prison, because she was a female prisoner, and she'll tell us what Lucy will be going through right now. A warm welcome to ex-prisoner, fully reformed, I'm sure, Francesca Fattori. Thank you for joining us, Francesca.
You're welcome. How you doing?
I'm all right. Lucy Connolly, she went to jail yesterday. What will happen as soon as she arrives in jail? What happens then?
So, you literally come off the bus and then you go to reception, and she could be sat there for hours, and that's probably the most fearful part of it all, because you don't know. It's the unknown. So she's got to go through a process. She has to see a doctor. She has to have her prop if she's taken any clothes and stuff in. And then they have to wait for officers to be able to take you to the wing. And because I used to do a job where I'd meet and greet the women that come into prison. And sometimes we could be down there for 5 hours. We'd be taking girls back to their cell at 1 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. So depending on what time she gets there, regardless, she could be sat there for hours.
Do they have to have those strip searches and all that?
So no, they used to back in the day, but it's actually not legal now. So when you go in, they used to make you strip from the top half and then strip from the bottom, but they don't do that anymore. Okay. They have to have proper grounds to be legally allowed to strip search you.
Well, that's one small mercy, but generally speaking, so it's going to be a nightmare for her when she arrives. I think you told my producer that the first 2 weeks for her will be a living hell. What will she be experiencing? What will happen to her? What will it be like for her?
So, the first 2 weeks is probably the most terrifying 2 weeks you'll ever experience in your life. So, first of all, because she's just gone in. So my experience for my first night, the whole night, I just heard someone banging and screaming and kicking the door all night. So obviously you're thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to wake up to? What am I going to come out to in the morning? You feel like you're in a mental hospital. And then as soon as they open the doors first thing in the morning, there's nothing but noise. Everyone's shouting. It's kind of like letting the animals out of the zoo kind of thing, because everyone just wants to get out of their cell. And then people are talking, everyone gets louder. So everyone's gets louder and louder. And it's so scary to actually get the guts to come out of your cell in the morning, because I'm guessing if she's gone to Peterborough, Bronzefield, they don't have showers in the room. So if you want to shower and if you want to eat, you have to come out of your cell. You haven't got a choice. And also, if she doesn't come out, that can also make her very vulnerable, which will then set women off. They'll want to know, why is she not coming out? Who is she? What is she in for? And
you're in for drug offences, right?
That's correct, yeah.
And don't take this wrong, but you sound like you can handle yourself. Now, what is it like, though, this is a middle-class woman who's never had a parking ticket. She's never been in trouble before. For her, this is going to be a real trauma.
But let's put it this way. I'm a very strong character. I went in with somebody and we pretended we didn't know each other, that was in the car with me, and I was still petrified. I still didn't want to come out of my cell in the morning, because you hear about the movies. So if somebody like her, she could potentially be on suicide watch.
Yeah, and you know, I mean, there's obviously some nasty women inside female jails. Will she get bullied? Do they pick on people like this because they're scared?
They can target vulnerable people. It's normally to borrow stuff. They'll test the waters. It'll be like, have you got sugar? Because they'll know they've got in with a tea pack, and then they'll ask for more and more, whether it's vape, liquids, whatever. And the problem she's got for what she's gone in for, because of what she said, there are a lot of foreign national women in there.
Yeah,
so,
that's an interesting point, Francesca, because so she might get picked on by the Muslim inmates, yeah?
Yeah, it could be any foreign national, to be fair. It doesn't necessarily be, I mean, it could be, or it could just be some girls that think they're bad and want to just jump on it because their friend's foreign or whatever, Is
it like that inside, Francesca? Is it very factional? Are there sort of groups of Muslim women, groups of other types of women? Is it
no?
Like
so
that?
everyone mixes together. Unless you've done a crime involving a child or something like this, like being like if you're racial, then everyone will mix in. You're just seen as a person.
Yeah, so that's not so bad. But because of the nature of her alleged crime, I mean, it's not much of a crime if you ask me. Writing nasty words on Facebook, but this is Starmer's Britain for you. But because of that crime, she might get picked on by Muslim women or foreign women. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
And so you're on the straight and narrow now. Yes, Francesca.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah.
Good. How many times did you go in?
So I've been into prison twice. The first time was driving whilst disqualified on a ban for the second time, and that was in the days when they used to strip search you, and then this time was a big sentence for me.
Well, listen, Francesca, really good to talk to you. We'll get you on again. We'll have a proper chat. That was great. Thank you very much. That was Francesca Fattori, ex-prisoner. Lucy Connolly, should she be in jail? She wrote a few nasty words.